Hi everyone! I just figured I'd come on here real quick because I am in Florida. Oh, this lighting is so weird. I'm in Florida. I'm sure you can probably hear dogs and people yelling outside. Here's Cinder. Oh, you can't rotate your phone while having lives. So I just wanted to come say hey. I wanted to come see how y'all were doing in here. I don't know if anybody's gonna pop on here while I'm on here. I'm only gonna be on here for like 10 minutes. I just wanted to come see what y'all were up to. I'm finally able to really be on my phone. Like I said, this past week has been kind of intense. There's been a lot of changes. This eclipse for me was very pivotal. It was a huge pivot for me because there was just a lot of miscommunication. There was a lot of great communication. There was a lot of over communication. There was a lot of overthinking. There was a lot of, energies, triggers, all kinds of stuff that happened. So it was a pretty amazing moment for me to just completely relax and not be on my phone again. It's funny because I was just in Big Bend and I was like, okay, this is the moment where I'm away from my phone, and then when I get back, I'll want to be on it. And then it was like, nope, still going. And sometimes, y'all, that is the most aligned thing for you, is to continue to serve yourself in a way that maybe you don't even think that it's the way that you should be serving yourself, right? Maybe you think you should be working, right? That word should is so awful to me personally, and to anyone really, because that word should puts you in a box, because it makes you feel bad about yourself. If you think that something that you did should have been different, then you are thinking that you are wrong, right? And that's where kind of the meta states come in, y'all. Instead of, hi, I don't know who's on here, but hello. Instead of you coming to yourself and being like, hey, I did something. So like, it could be as simple as like you not saying the right thing to your parents, or you not saying the right thing in a conversation, right? And so you're starting with something, and then you're thinking about what you thought about it, right? And you're like, oh, I don't really like what I said. I could have changed that. Why didn't I like what I said? And it's all you beating yourself up. And that's what the meta states are, y'all, is that we stack these negative emotions on top of each other. And so you have to stop right in your tracks right there and be like, no, I am not willing to give my energy to this thought any longer. I am not willing to think that I'm ever wrong. I am not willing to think ever that anything I did wasn't the perfect thing for me, right? Because we learn from every situation. Everything that we do, we learn from. So don't ever think that you're wrong. Don't ever think that something you did could have been different, right? Yeah, it's okay to look back and be like, okay, how can I make this better, right? But the fact of in the moment when you're like, oh, I should have done that, right? It's because you're feeling like you did something wrong. Like you could be better, but you are your best in this moment. The next moment you could be better, right? And the next moment after that, you can be better. But in this moment, right now, you are the best person that you can be. And if you believe that meta state, right? If you're in that state, I just learned this thing about states, how we can create whatever state we want. And I've been really focusing on creating a rest and relaxation state, right? And so what state do you want to be in this moment? Do you want to be in a state where you think that you're wrong? Or do you want to be in a state where you think that everything is going perfectly, right? And that you're perfect, and that everything that you're creating is perfect, right? And everything you say is perfect, and you're learning from everything, and you're in this state of total acceptance, right? So if you can create that meta state for yourself, acceptance, and then knowing who you are, who you want to be, knowing you can be there, and knowing that you can love yourself along the way, is going to catalyze you way better than you beating yourself up about it. Because what we focus on expands, right? And so you can even think about these meta states as expanding on top of each other. And so if you're thinking you're wrong, and then you're feeling bad about the fact that you thought that you were wrong, and then you're feeling angry about the fact that you thought that you were wrong, right? Whatever you're feeling, you're stacking these negative emotions, you're expanding on this negativity. So instead, flip it. Just say stop. Say nothing. Say off, right? whatever word works for you. And then divert your energy to what you want to focus on. Create new meta states, right? I tried my best in that moment. I did my best in that moment, right? I learned from this opportunity. I'm so happy that I'm able to be aware of myself, right? I am so grateful for the fact that I can create this life for myself, right? And then you just go up to that highest level of love, right? That state of love, that highest vibrational setting of love. And so, like I say setting, it's like your computer, right? It's like your TV. Like put it on that setting, a frequency of love, and then everything else will seriously flourish for you. Okay, y'all? Especially when you're around your fam. Or anybody that triggers you, that you love, that's in your life, right? Because we don't need to love people and try to make them the person that we want them to be. We just have to accept them for who they are and then choose what we want to do about it. We have the control of ourselves and no one else, right? So, do you want to remove yourself from the situation? Or can you remove yourself from yourself, sit in that higher seat, and recognize your meta states that's happening, be aware of them, and choose not to be triggered. Choose not to feel a certain way, right? And I'm not saying don't feel, y'all. Feel it. But I'm saying choose not to give your energy to a thought, right? That creates that feeling, okay? Awesome, yeah. Okay, let me know if you have any questions about this, because this is pretty deep. And let me know if you have any meta states, any sort of blocks, anything in your psyche that you have just been telling yourself forever and that you cannot break. And let's break it in the comments right now. This thread will be perfect for that, right? I'm putting that energy in there right now. Cool. All right. I hope you have a lovely day. I'm going to tag y'all on this before I get out. Let's tag people. Tagging. Oh. Okay, I'm not going to be able to do this for much longer because there's going to be too many people in this group. Still tagging. Okay, perfect. All right. Love y'all. Mwah. I hope you have the most wonderful day. And again, leave me your comments. If there's something that's been blocking you, if there's a mindset that you cannot get over, right? Let's create a new meta state for it in the comments right now. Go comment right now. Like literally, this will catalyze you. When you do things with action, it makes it so much easier to move through it, okay? So let's do this together. Love you.